And now starting lineup for your Lady Bears. Number 2, Ella Mask. Number 12, Emma Waddell. Number 21, Jessica Hughes. Number 22, Emmy Ferris. And number 24, Sadie Perriman. That's the starting 5 for your Lady Bears. I'm Bear broadcaster John Mask. Glad to be with you this evening here from the Bears Den. We've got action on the hardwood by our Lady Bears as they take the Lady Warriors of Corinth High School here in the Alcorn County Tournament. Emma Waddell in the center circle. She goes up for the jump, knocks it out into the hand of a Lady Warrior, and Corinth will take the ball. Down the floor, the shot's up in the block. No good on the incomplete. Sadie Perriman grabs the rebound for the Lady Bears. And down the floor they go. She's going to break it out to the left side, stop outside the wing, kick it up top to Emma Waddell. She grabs it at the top of the key. Emma Waddell looking to get the pass off. Mask trying to give her a little assistance. Going to be stolen there by number 22, Gwen. And the Warriors take it down the floor out to Anna Green. She steps it down to the baseline. Ella Mask jumps up for the steal. Ball's knocked away by a Warrior, and Corinth will keep possession. Out from the top of the key and kick out to the left side over to number 14, Strickland. Strickland backs it away. Green, and on the inside to Strickland. The shot for two is no good. And Jessica Hughes will pull that rebound, and the Lady Bears will grab that one. Out to Sadie Perriman as she goes down the floor. Perriman over to the left side, going to throw it away. There to Jessica Hughes. Hughes back over to Mask. Mask across to Emmy Ferris and over to Sadie Perriman. The basket's up and good for three. And the Lady Bears have put themselves on the board the first tonight as they lead the Warriors 3-0, 6:45 to go in the first. Ball out to the left side. Anna Green with the basket's up, no good. And a Lady Bear going to pull down the rebound after the missed three-point shot by Green. Sadie Perriman with the ball. Down the floor she goes to the Bears. Out to the right wing. Gives across to Waddell. Waddell over to Hughes on the left corner. She'll back it up. Give up to Mask at the top of the key. And the crowd goes silent as they watch the Bears work the ball around. Gives away to Emmy Ferris on the left wing. She's quickly met. The Corinth Warriors playing on top of the Bears very intently as Jessica Hughes takes it to the goal. She goes up for the basket. It's no good. And she will see herself reach the free throw line. Whistle's blown. It's a blocking foul called on the Lady Warriors. Number 22, Zakiah Gwynn. And Jessica Hughes, the first to make it to the free throw line this evening. First basket's no good. And the second basket's up and no good as well. So Jessica Hughes left empty at the free throw line. Those of you watching on YouTube, we're working on that image quality. I see it spinning and buffering a little bit. So we're going to work on that. But in the meantime, the Lady Bears grab the steal, go down the floor. Here comes Sadie Perriman. Perriman across to Emmy Ferris. Ferris picks it up on the wing. She's looking to make the pass, finds Hughes. Hughes grabs it with a little trouble, picks it up there at the center circle. Kicks it over to Mask. She'll take out to the wing. She stepped there, going to have some heavy pressure put on by Howard. Mask trying to work it around. Ball's going to be knocked down on the ground. Ferris picks it up. The Bears recover. She's moving it out to the left side. Finds Hughes over on the wing, and the Bears spend a lot of time. Both teams actually trying to cut the clock away. Mask looking for the pass. It goes underneath. She's trying to find Waddell. Waddell looks to grab it. Can't get there in time. Loses it off her fingers out of bounds. The Warriors will take over. 3-0, 5:20 to go here in the first period. Ball out to the left side. She finds Anna Green. Green across to Howard. She'll push in towards the block. She's eyeing the paint. She steps back from the elbow. The basket's good for two. And the Warriors put themselves on the board for the first time. It took them almost 3 minutes, but both teams now with the basket. As Mask gets the pass to Hughes over on the left wing. Hughes works it across, finds Ferris. Ferris steps back off the key, gives away to Perriman, and the Bears just having a hard time penetrating. Mask takes it to the goal. She goes up for the basket. It's no good. She tries again. Can't complete. Gwynn's going to knock it down by the Lady Bears. And looks like the Warriors will take that one on a steal off of a knockdown shot. Pass out to Gwen, and Mask on a steal. She's headed down the floor. Open space, she goes up, and it puts it in. Just like the Dixie Chicks would say, wide open spaces, Ella Mask takes 2 points for the Lady Bears. And the pass is across there to number 14, Strickland. She gets it around. They'll work across to Howard in the basket for three. Up and in. It's a tied ball game. Set at 5. 4 minutes and 5 seconds. A little more to go in the first. Ella Mask going to trot down the floor for the Lady Bears. She gets across the center line. Looks out to the left side. Ball's going to be tipped away, but Pearman's going to recover. Pulls it in the paint. Looks outside. She loses it up high in the air. Howard takes it down the floor. Goes on the basket. It's good. And the Warriors take the lead. This will be their first time to control the board tonight. 7-5 with 3:40 to go here in the first. Ella Mask across the center line. She's looking out towards the left. Takes herself over to the right wing as she makes the transition across. Sends the ball away to Emma Waddell. Waddell to Ferris. Ferris trying to control here. She's working the ball. 5 count started. She drops it away to Pearman. Pearman under the goal, goes up, and the basket's good. Under contention, number 12, Anna Green, putting a little work in there defensively, but Pearman came out ahead. Howard out to Green over in the left wing. Basket's up and good for 3. That'll narrow it down for the Warriors. Takes them into the double digits. 10-7 now as they lead by 3. Ella Mask over to the left side. She steps back off the wing. Under the goal to Ferris. Basket's up and good. The Bears going to respond with 2 points. Still down by 1 as the Warriors throw it in. Howard grabs it. She's moving it down the court through the center and out to Anna Green over on the left wing. She's capping out right there looking for the pass. Cuts it away. Gets herself open. Goes again for 3. The basket's no good, and Sadie Pearman will pull it down for the Lady Bears. She's trapped 2 men under the goal. And she looks to make the pass away. A Warrior going to be all up in her business. Knocks it out of bounds. The Bears will keep it here. As they step out to throw it in, Darby Oaks checks in for Emma Waddell. 2:25 to go in the first period. Warriors lead by 1 point, 10-9 here in the county tournament as the Lady Bears in the semifinals match against the Warriors on this Thursday. Mask at the top of the key. She's moving out to the left side. Kicks it around to Ferris. Ferris deep in the corner. She's got some pressure. Gets it away. Oaks, and Oaks across to Hughes. A lot of movement here by the Lady Bears as they're meeting a guard really quick. Ball's knocked down, and the Warriors will take control. Howard inside the paint, and Hughes going to pull it across. Grabs it, and there's a fight for it. Anna Green wants it too. The jump ball will be called, and the Lady Bears will have it. Bears need to work on possession. They've got to work on ball security, making sure they're getting it to the right people at the right time. They're putting it where it needs to be. You've got to work off these hands really quickly. They get another goal to Darby Oaks. Puts it in out of the back door. She grabs it and goes up. And the Bears regain the lead with just 1 minute and 35 seconds to go in the first period. Bears need to continue working on defense. Step it in that ball. Mask going to knock it away. And she's going to get it loose, and they're going to call it out on the Bears as it falls out of bounds. Looks like Howard was trying to go for it, but she didn't touch it in time before the ball reached the point of no return, and the Bears will see the Warriors throw it in with 1:27. Howard grabs it at the top of the key. Mask giving her a little trouble trying to work it down on defense. The Bears are trying to play aggressive here. They're only playing on the key, though. They're not really following outside the key, so that's definitely one thing to watch. You've got to follow your shooters here and keep your guards attended to. Sadie Pearman's going to knock the ball and almost give chance for the Lady Bears to pick it up. Anna Green's in the right place at the right time. She grabs it, moves forward. Mask on a heavy approach, gets the foul called on the reach in. And a missed. Inbound. Mask grabs it on the steal, goes to the basket, puts it in for 2. And the Bears now with a 3-point lead. 13-10, less than a minute to go in the first period. Ball's going to be given inside here to the Warriors. They'll take it down to the floor. Shots up, no good. The rebound and the putback incomplete. Jump ball called, and the Warriors will have it on possession. As the arrow points their direction, they'll step outside the baseline to throw it in. Goes in up top. It's picked around across to Green. Green to Howard. Shots up, no good. And a foul called on the three-point basket. It's going to put LaZoya Howard at the free throw line, a chance to tie things up. That foul going to be on the Lady Bears, number 21. Jessica Hughes, her first. It'll be team second. And Howard at the free throw line. She's got 3 awaiting. First basket's up and good. Second shot's up and good. And here's the chance to tie the ball game, 13-13. And 36 seconds remains in the first period. Basket's up and scores. And we're all together at 13 as Sadie Pearman makes the pass to Hughes. Hughes over on the right wing. She steps back, crosses over to Mask, gets it to the top of the key, there, as they make the pass over to Pearman. Pearman drives it on the inside, knocks it out to Mask. The shot on the jumper, she puts it in there for about 15 foot. And the Bears take it over again, 15-13. 10 seconds to go. Howard out to Green over on the left wing. She's looking under the goal. She goes, no good. And the Bears going to fight for it, grab the rebound with 2 seconds. And that's going to be the end of the first. The Lady Bears will walk to the huddle here in between the periods. 15-13 with a 2-point lead in a must-win ball game against the Lady Warriors. The Bears coming into tonight 8-9 after a win over Nettleton Tuesday. So tonight could put the Bears at 500, and that could also put them into a county tournament championship ball game. And the last time the Lady Bears reached the county tournament championship ball game was 2 years ago when they faced the Aggies of Corinth. The Aggies of Kossuth. Let me back that up. The Aggies of Kossuth. They picked up that win in the semifinals match and went and saw the Aggies 2 years ago. So this a chance to put themselves back in that position. Golden Bears will be taking on the Warriors also tonight with a chance to make up for one loss this season. Both the Lady Bears and the Golden Bears took a loss as we traveled to Corinth just a few weeks ago. The Lady Bears in a very thrilling matchup took us into overtime, ended up losing in overtime, only scoring 2 points. The Lady Bears were able to pick up more than a sufficient amount, or the Lady Warriors rather, able to pick up more than a sufficient amount during overtime. And that, of course, put them ahead in the end. So the Bears trying to revenge that outcome as the Bears start the second in control to get it out to Oakes. Oakes trying to work it down. Ball's lost on the floor. She picks it up. She's trying to make the pass, and she rolls on the floor. Good call there by the official. It is a travel. Most definitely there as they get the travel called. The Bears will lose it to the Warriors. 7:38 to go in the second. 15-13. The Lady Bears with the lead. Going to have the whistle blown there. And that's going to be for a substitution. Out comes the ball to throw it in. Anna Green's going to give it in for the Lady Warriors. She'll find Howard on the inbound, stepping through the center circle. She stands there unguarded, Mask in close proximity. Pass to the free throw line. The shot's up, no good, and a rebound by Amy Ferris. The Bears down the floor. Back off from the free throw line. The pass is across to Sadie Pearman. Pearman's going to try and work it on the inside. She cuts it out, gives away to Mask. Mask is back atop the key. Goes over to Ferris on the left wing. Not a lot of opportunity to take some three-point baskets tonight. Like I said, the Warriors playing some solid defense, keeping a man on top of someone, moving them through, getting them out. 5 count starts on Pearman. She passes off to Hughes. Hughes begins to work it out to the right side, makes the pass to Ferris. Ferris receives, goes down the sideline, steps away, drops the defender, gets the pass to Mask. Mask is looking for Hughes under the goal. Anna Green sees the ball before Hughes does. She grabs it. Down the floor she goes. The shot from the elbow, no good. And a rebound going to be made there by number 24, Jana Mills. And she'll be fouled on the shot, headed to the free throw line. She's got 2 awaiting for her. And the foul is going to be on Darby Oakes, number 41. And the first basket's up and good. Second's no good. Going to have a jump ball called on the rebound. And the Warriors will keep possession. Warriors give the inbound up top. Over to Mills. Mills going to work it on the inside to Green. The basket's up and blocked off the hands of Hughes. Out of bounds, though. And it will be out on the Lady Bears. The Warriors will keep it, but solid work on the defense. Waiting to get in that ball and knock it down when necessary. That's very important. As the Warriors try to look again. They'll find it on the inside. Howard grabs it in the corner. Out to Green. Green moves up on the shot. Baskets no good. Good defensive work there by Emmy Ferris, keeping her hands up, being in on the shot. The rebound is made by the Warriors, and the putback scores. But still a lot to say as the defense is beginning to settle in here for the Lady Bears, trying their best to get on top of the ball. 16-15, Warriors have the 1-point lead as Sadie Pearman looks for the pass. She finds Ferris over to her left. Out to Hughes. Hughes to Mask over on the right wing. Mask got some heavy pressure by Howard. She's trying to drop her as she gets it off to Hughes. Hughes at the top of the key, beginning to move around. Finding her an opening hole, gives it out to Pearman. Pearman to Mask, drives the baseline, comes up off the block. The shot's no good for two. And the rebound made by the Warriors. Down the floor in the pass to Strickland. She drives down the baseline, goes up, and the basket's good on the jumper from just about 10 foot outside the rim. We're going to see at the check-in table Olivia Walker. She'll be awaiting to come for the Bears as the substitution will take place shortly. Ball gets down to the block to Emma Waddell. She throws it out to Pearman. Pearman's going to lose it out of bounds on a bad pass, and it's knocked away. And the Warriors will take possession. They're at the clock. Substitution to be made. We had to make a ball change there. I'm not sure what happened to the other one. Maybe it got deflated, got a little blood on it or something happened. But we got him changed out. So the Warriors going to give the ball on the inbound. Takes it out to Howard. She's grabbing it out to the left wing. Mass trying to give a little pressure, wanting to drive the turnover. Makes the pass away to Green. Green's got a guard there by Ferris. Ball's going to be under the Mills. She'll have the travel moving forward. Gets the ball above her head. Tries to go towards the goal. Takes too many steps without attempting the shot, and that's when the violation occurs. Mask out to Walker, who just checked in. And she checked in for Pearman. Gets the pass to Mask on the free throw line. Mask under the goal to Waddell. She can't hold on to it, and it's lost out of bounds. 18-15 Warriors with the lead. 4:29 to go here in the second period of play. The Bears doing their best to get work off, trying to find themselves in good position to score. That's been the struggle here, at least recently. In the second period, the Bears just unable to get towards the basket as much as they would like. Now checked in the game, Allie Grace Kirkland for the Bears. Shots up no good by the Warriors. Olivia Walker going to come down on that rebound. Looks like Kirkland's going to be in for Ferris. No, excuse me. Going to be in for Waddell. Basket by Mask is no good. A rebound by the Warriors. They'll pull it across. Get the pass away to Strickland. Moves it around to Mills. Back out to Strickland on the right wing. She presses towards the paint. Pulls it back out. Throws over to Mask. Mask trying to jump for the steal. She can't get there in time. Travel going to be called on Strickland. She picks the ball up. Tries for a jump step. Gets the slide on her foot. And that's when the violation occurs. Bears with 3:40 to go in the second. An opportunity to score here. 18-15. Need to get ourselves tied up or ahead before the half. Got just a little over 3.5 to go here in the first half of play. The pass to Kirkland and there to Ferris over on the top of the key. Mass takes it inside the paint, goes up, and the basket's good. Still down by one as the Bears trail 18-17. The Warriors down the floor. Going to work it through the center circle. Looks over. Gets the ball across to Strickland. Strickland back out to Howard. Howard over towards the left side. She works it down the paint, goes up, and the basket's no good. A rebound by Gwynn, and a foul called on Kirkland off the rebound. And they're going to say that's a shooting foul, saying Gwynn was going up on the basket. Kirkland grabs her first, and Gwynn's free throw line. One thing that the Bears saw detrimental in the game previously played against Corinth, they fouled Gwynn Lott when she'd go up on the shots under the goal, and she seems pretty accurate at the free throw line. She picks up 2 right there, and the Warriors regain a 3-point lead. 20-17 now. And during the free throws, we had a check-in. Sadie Pearman in for Emmy Ferris. Allie Grace Kirkland makes the inbound to Mask. Mask out to Olivia Walker on the right wing. She pulls it away, finds Hughes up top. Hughes goes out, gets the pass to Pearman. Pearman looking for a little assistance. Green's in heavy pressure. Mask comes and gets the handoff. Mask is still working heavy on that right side. Drives the baseline, kicks it away to Pearman. Shots up and blocked off the hand of a Warrior. And the steal takes place as they'll work it down the floor. 2:25 to go here in the second. Ball's away to number 4, Stewart. Stewart under the goal to Gwynn. She grabs the travel. And the Bears now going to throw it in. Bears struggling to get the ball down the floor and put it into motion. Coach Wood's trying to call the play. They want to see it move. But they can't get it into sequence in time as they work the ball away into deep corner. Under the goal to Walker. She grabs the ball high in the air, gets the walk call. She's trying to get the pass across. Coach Wood a little upset, wanting to get the ball across. When you get it, give it away, he says. And that's going to fall away. And the Warriors move down back to the floor. Anna Green over on the right side. She pushes inside the paint, kicks it away. Off to Stewart at the top of the key. Down to the left side. Under the goal. Basket's up. No good. A rebound and put back by Gwynn now. Warriors ahead by 5. This will be the greatest lead the Warriors have had to the Bears so far during this evening's contest as Mask makes it around to the right side. Gets it under the goal to Sadie Pearman. She grabs it ahead outside the block. She goes to move it forward. She took one too many steps as she was going up for the shot. And the travel's called. I will say this has been a very pleasing night for officiating. At least they're blowing a whistle and doing things as necessary. They set the precedent early, and things hadn't gotten out of hand. A good crew here, and it's what we expected, so we appreciate that work. Anna Green goes flying into the paint. She puts it in for 2 with no trouble at all. And Darby Oaks throws it in to Pearman. Pearman to Walker. Walker back to Oaks. Inside the mass, she goes up to grab the basket. A push called from behind. That'll be only the second foul called on the Lady Warriors. And that will be on the floor. Emmy Ferris checking in for Olivia Walker. As Jessica Hughes steps out to throw it in. Gives it out to Pearman. Pearman to Mask. Up on the basket from the elbow. It's good. 24-19, back to a 5-point deficit as the Bears have only 50 seconds to go in the second period. Struggling to get themselves in the position they'd like to be in here at halftime, but hopefully Coach Wood, Coach Strout, and Coach Barnes can take the efforts of the first half and work them into something fruitful in the second half. The Bears do work off a turnover as the Warriors lose it out of bounds. Darby Oak steps out to throw it in. 35.4 seconds to go. Bears see Ella Mask over the center line. Moving it out to the right side. The pass to Pearman. Pearman moved too quickly, couldn't grab the ball, and it went out of bounds. .25 seconds to go in the second period. 24-19, Warriors with the lead. Travel called on number 4, Stewart. She makes the approach to pass. And the Bears going to pick up that ball off the turnover. They'll give it into Mask. Mask over to Hughes. Hughes takes it to the baseline. She works it across. Probably skipped a carry call there. Gets it out to Emmy Ferris. The basket's up. No good for 3. And Sadie Pearman's going to do her best effort to work it down. Less than 3 seconds to go. Ferris keeps them from scoring. And on a last-second defensive effort there, hand in the face to keep the ball away, brings the Lady Bears to a 5-point deficit, 24-19 as they move into halftime. hopefully Coach Wood can find some energy with his girls and bring them out in the second half. We're ready to score. We've got to be able to drop the defenders. The Bears have been unable to execute a play as much as they would like as they try to run the offense. Just too much defensive pressure. They've got to find a way to drop the defender, get the ball on the inside, put the basket up. Even more so, it'd be nice to see a screen take place, open a shooter outside, and find someone that's hot on the coals to put baskets in the air. That would be the ideal thing for the Lady Bears, but just not a lot of opportunity put forth to get shots made by the Lady Bears. 24-19. We do want to say congratulations to our JV girls team as we take a short tally of the stats here before we give the presentation. We do want to say congratulations to our JV girls team for a 26-15 victory to the Warriors of Corinth. So that will put them into the finals match tomorrow with the Aggies of Kossuth. And that is a guaranteed 2 championship ball games for the Golden Bears or in the Lady Bears. Both JV matchups will feature a Alcorn Central team. So definitely looking forward to that as we move into tomorrow. JV girls beginning at 4, JV boys beginning at 5:15 tomorrow. And then the finals games for the varsity will be 6:30 and 8 o'clock respectively. Playing right now in the middle school gym, the Biggersville and Kossuth boys currently taking place in the middle school gym. And following them at 8 o'clock will be the Biggersville Kossuth girls. We will try to get score updates when possible there. And just take a look at our shots here in the first half. Ella Mask is 5 for 8 on 2-point field goals with a total of 10 points. Emma Waddell not taking a shot. Jessica Hughes is 0 for 1 on 2-point field goals and is 0 for 2 at the free throw line. Sadie Perriman 1 for 1, both on 2 and 3-point field goals. So she's shooting 100%. She's got a total of 5 points. Emmy Ferris is 1 for 1 on 2-point field goals and 0 for 1 outside the key. She's got a total of 2 points. Darby Oaks with a total of 2, also shooting 100%. She's 1 for 1 inside the 2-point field goal range. We'll have a total breakdown of the stats here at the end of the ball game. Of course, we want to say a very special thank you to Miss Patty for keeping our stats. She's not having a video tonight because we've got our fancy video camera doing it for us. Riley was working, or at least he will be till 7 o'clock, so he'll be making his way here shortly to join us for the boys' game. But we say a special thank you to Miss Patty for stepping up and taking care of that for us. Always willing to work. We very much appreciate her. We'll be back with more Lady Bear basketball here soon in a little less than 3 minutes. This is ACHS Paw Talk, live from the Bears Den here at Alcorn Central. It's County Tournament Week. Welcome back. Lady Bears have the ball to begin the second half. Ball is out to Hughes. Hughes across to Perriman. She grabs it at the top of the key. Cuts it out to Oaks. Oaks on the inside to Mash. Push called. Mask, I'd rather say, not Mash. We're not watching old television shows here. Push called as Mask approached the lane. That's going to be the first for the Warriors in the half. And they'll get the inbound. Gwynn's going to knock the ball off the hand of Darby Oaks, and the Warriors on the steal. Down the floor they come. Strickland in control. Looks it around. Mask grabs it on the steal. She's headed down the paint. Up on the basket. Slow stop. Steady shot. She puts it in and grabs the 2 points. Now the Bears trail only by 3. We need to find some energy and put some fire on our side. Here in the second half, we've got to put some points on the board. 24-21 now. The Warriors lead as they grab it at the top of the key. Cut it around on the inside to Strickland. She looks for the basket. She's got some pressure. Passes over to Howard. She's open, puts it in. Oaks then gets the inbound to Mask, and she follows down the floor into the center circle, ready for the pass. Gets it out to Perriman. Perriman's looking for Oaks. Gwynn's going to try and grab it up. She bobbles it in the air, loses it out of bounds. Good thing, because the Warriors would have grabbed the turnover. But the Bears going to maintain in possession here. Hughes to Oaks and back out to Mask. Like I said, the outside game's not been very strong tonight, just not a lot of opportunity to put the ball in. Mask takes it down to the block. She goes up for the basket. It's no good. A foul called on the floor. Foul's on Darby Oaks, her second. And Bears just not been able to put any baskets outside. There's only been one three-point basket made by way of Sadie Perriman, at least off the hands of the Bears. And there's only been one other Lady Bear to attempt the three-point basket, and it was incomplete. So the Bears, just like I said, not a lot of opportunity to put it outside. It's not that we're not making the shots, we're just not getting to take them. Ball's in the inbound, going to be a kick in the ball foul off the back heel of Jessica Hughes. Warriors step out to throw it in. 26-21, 6:14 to go in the third. Ball's inside to Howard. She grabs it, pulls it down. From there to the center circle, she backs up towards the center line. Mask trying to give her a little run for her money, putting some contention in there on the handling. Gwynn sets the screen. Darby Oaks knocks it down. Gets it to Hughes. Hughes away to Mask, and down the floor the Lady Bears are moving. Out to Amy Ferris. Basket's up. No good for 3. And the Bears going to get it on the rebound. Sadie Perriman over to Jessica Hughes. Hughes to Mask. Off the block. The basket's up. And good. She'll put that one in. Warriors get it down, and the Bears are going to meet the Warriors at the center line. Ball's knocked away. Hughes to Ferris. Back out to Hughes. She takes it down the paint, goes off the block. Shots up, and a whistle's blown. She's headed to the free throw line for the second time tonight. Blocking foul on Anna Green, number 12 for the Warriors. Jessica Hughes at the line. First basket's good. And coming in for Darby Oaks going to be number 12, Emma Waddell, as Jessica Hughes stands to shoot one more. Basket's up and off the front of the rim, incomplete. She's 1 for 4 at the free throw line tonight. 0 for 1 on that attempt. Ball out to Howard. Howard makes the pass, gets it away to number 25, Walker. She pulls it around. Anna Green on the line. She steps up, no good. And the rebound by Ferris. Bears in control. Only down by 2 points. Ferris looking for the pass. She finds Mask and over to Perriman. Perriman out to the left wing. She gets the ball across to Hughes. Hughes moves it on the outside. Looks for a three-pointer. Decides to pass to Mask. Mask over to Waddell as she waits for the play to set up. The offense gets in motion. Out to Hughes. Drives it in the paint. Away to Perriman. Perriman up on the basket. It's short. No good. And Anna Green's going to grab that one down. 26-24, Bears trail by 2. Anna Green with the pass to Howard at the center line. She moves it out to the wing, across to Walker. Walker back out to Green. Howard goes for 3. It's dialed not quite in. Gets it away to Perriman. Perriman's going to move a slow approach. What I would assume would she try to be a fast break down the lane. They end up working it out the back door to Waddell. Kick out to Mask, and she'll drop it in from the corner deep outside. She puts it down for the three-point basket. And she grabs the lead for the Lady Bears as head coach Dominique Allen for the Lady Warriors takes the timeout. That'll be her first charge timeout of the half. 27-26, Lady Bears with the 1-point lead, 4:05 to go in the third. You're listening to Lady Bear Basketball here with Bear broadcaster John Mask on ACHS Paul Talk. I'm almost positive. The Bears back in action. Warriors grab the ball. Begin the second. Bears in a full court press, trying to keep them narrowed down. Ball to Walker. Walker to Gwynn. Shots up. Good. The Bears had the right idea. They were trying to get them on the turnover pressure. They wanted to get them with a 10-second violation in the backcourt. Bears had a good idea, trying to keep things going. Mass looking for the pass. She goes high, and a timeout will be called by head coach Alan Wood of the Lady Bears. He saw Ella Mask in trouble high in the top right corner and gave her the assistance. 28-27. Warriors with the 1-point lead. 3:40 to go in the third period. As the timeout concludes and the huddle breaks, Emma Waddell steps out. She's looking to go throw it in here for the Lady Bears. Waddell going to give it to Mask. Picks it up in the backcourt. But across the center line, going to see Howard in a quick defense there. Mask going to drive it down the sideline. Step back for the three-point basket. It's a little short, no good. And Coach Wood wanted to get a tip called there, and they're going to give no contact on the Warriors. So Warriors will have it here, saying the ball out of bounds on the Bears. Ball out to Walker. Walker comes off, gives to Green. She presses down through the key. Ball's knocked loose. Mask knocks it down. Perriman grabs it, goes down the floor. Under the goal to Walker. Shots up, and the basket's no good. Emma Waddell tries to pull it down for the Lady Bears. Jump ball will be called as a Warrior tries to do the same. And the possession arrow lies with Corinth. So they'll have it on the inbound. Ferris comes in for Perriman. Howard's looking to move the ball. Gets it out to Gwynn. Gwynn to Strickland. Shots up, no good. Ball's knocked loose off the hand of a Bear and out of bounds. Warriors have it to throw it in under the goal. 2:53 to go in the third. Corinth to throw it in. Ball's in to Anna Green in the corner. She moves it inside. Gives it out to Strickland. Goes away, shots up, incomplete. And a rebound by number 22, Ferris. Ferris over to Mask, and down the floor she comes. Gives it out to Ferris over on the left wing. As they're working around, trying to get it moved inside. Ferris works across, passes back to Mask on the wing. Mask to Walker and away to Hughes. Hughes back out to Ferris. Ball's a little high. It's off her fingertips, but she pulls it down and maintains control. Gets it back off to Mask. Bears struggling to work it on the inside. They want to get that basket under the goal, but they can't get in position. Warriors just too crazy on defense to open up a shot on the outside. Mask gets the pass on the wing. She's trying to break off the defender. Heads down the baseline. Sends it out to Walker. Walker goes up for the basket. No good. Picked up by Hughes. Goes on the putback, incomplete. A rebound this time by number 25. Kennedy Walker. She pulls it down for the Warriors. Out to Green. Green to Gwynn. From the elbow, away to Strickland. The basket for three. It's good. And the Warriors take the 31-27 lead with a minute. 31 to go in the third period. Mask over the center line. Looks over, finds Ferris. Ferris pulls off the wing. Back out to Jessica Hughes. Hughes to Mask at the top of the key. Trying to find a little movement on the inside. Bears walking through the lane, needing to get themselves across. The 5 count started. She's trying to drop the defender. Mask throws it high. It's picked up by Gwen. Nobody's there to get the ball. You've got to get in position. Ball's away to Howard at the top of the key. She backs off. Steps away to Strickland over on the wing. Olivia Walker going to walk away with a steal. Headed down the court she goes. The basket's up. No good. A rebound by Waddell and the putback. Scores. At the scores table is Perriman and Oaks. Looks like they'll be ready to check in soon. Ball's high. Gets away to Strickland. She takes it off the wing under the goal to Walker. Ball's going to be knocked down and a foul called on the Lady Bears. That will be a shooting foul. Going to send number 25, Kennedy Walker, to the free throw line. Foul's going to be number 12, Emma Waddell, her first, only second for the team. And the first basket's good by the Lady Warriors. Second basket there is up and in. 33-29, Bears trail by 4 with 30 seconds to go in the third period. Down the floor, out to Emmy Ferris. Ferris away to Mask. The basket's up for 3. It's good! She'll sink it in there from the corner. And now the Bears need to get the ball back. It'd be nice to move into the fourth period ahead. Down the floor they go. Pass to Gwen. Gwen to Strickland inside the key. Outside to Gwen. A blocking foul called on Darby Oaks. On the floor with 8.4 to go in the third. If they can just get this 8 seconds run off the clock, the Bears will begin the fourth period with the ball. But they got to get these 8 seconds run off. And it's stolen. Mask is down the floor. She's headed that direction. Under to the goal. Goes up. And a double dribble called on Ella Mask. Coach Wood not necessarily agreeing on that one. .8 to go in the third. After the double dribble, the Warriors have it. Give it in to Green. And a travel called on Green. Possession will remain with the Bears to begin the fourth period. Down by 1 point, 33-32. Alcorn Central in a tight ball game to the Lady Warriors of Corinth here in the semifinals matchup of the Alcorn County Tournament. .33-32. Lady Warriors only with a 1 point lead. Bears needing to dial themselves in. It may determine to be another barn burner like it was last time we went to Corinth. Send us into overtime. Hopefully we don't get there tonight. And if we do, maybe we'll get ahead this time. And Darby Oaks is outside to throw it in. The Bears will begin the fourth with the ball. We need to score, and play some solid defense. Darby Oaks gives it into Mask. Mask grabs it in the high corner. She moves it over the center line. Takes it out to the right side. She's headed down and a push call on the Lady Warriors. That'll be their third for the half. And that foul called on the floor, so the Bears step out to throw it in. Jessica Hughes on the inside to Mask. Up for 3. Basket, no good. And Gwen's going to pull that one down for the Lady Warriors. Anna Green over to Howard. Howard pulls it out to the right top corner. Kicking the ball, foul called on Mask. Got a foot in the wrong place at the wrong time. Anna Green steps out to throw it in. She goes high, ball's tipped away. Strickland's going to keep it, though. Throws it back in a backcourt violation. That or it'll go out of bounds. Either way, the Bears are going to have it. We've got to capitalize off this possession. Anytime we get the ball, we've got to find a way to score and stay out of foul trouble. Bears only have 3, but they collect very quickly, so you want to make sure that you stay at a minimum. Passes away to Sadie Pearman. Pearman at the top of the key. Out to Mask over on the left wing. Mask going to drive the baseline. She tries to drop it out to Ferris. And a foul going to be called on number 22, Emmy Ferris. She dropped the ball as she was moving inside. She hit the floor. She goes to reach up to grab the ball again and ends up holding the arm of number 12, Anna Green. Howard looks for the pass, finds Gwen. Gwen to number 4, Stewart, out of bounds. She loses the pass high and in the air. The Bears take it back. So this will be the third turnover the Bears have recovered, but they've yet to score off of any of the turnovers. So we've got to be able to say that on every turnover we can capitalize and put points on the board. Mask headed inside, goes up for the basket. It's no good. Ball's picked up by Sadie Pearman. Out to Emmy Ferris and away to Mask. Shot for 3, high and away! She'll drop it in from the left wing. Puts that one down and takes her at 23 points. Now the Bears with the 2-point lead. Still staying on this full-court press. Gwen goes to the basket. Double dribble called on Gwen. Returning, the ball comes on a turnover. The Bears moving forward. Oaks to Ella Mask on the inbound, and down the floor they come. Ella Mask working it out to the right side. 6 minutes, 20 seconds to remain. Ball to Sadie Pearman off the elbow. There to Darby Oaks. She takes it to the paint. And a travel called on Darby Oaks. Coach Wood saying run them in, run them out. Let's stay on the ball here. And he'll take a timeout there. With 6:16 to go in the fourth, the Lady Bears with a 2-point lead. 35-33. We've got to play some solid and clean defense. Keep away from foul trouble. But more than anything, the Bears need to score on every chance they get. They forced 3 turnovers and only completed a score off of 1. So a 33% score rating off a turnover, not obviously the best. Need to improve on that, and the Bears can continue to move forward. 35-33, Alcorn Central with the lead. 6:16 to go in the fourth. You're listening to ACHS Ball Talk. I'm Bear broadcaster John Mask. Of course, we'd like to say stay around. We've got Golden Bear basketball live to follow. Join us on our YouTube page or here on Mixer. We've got both of them available to you. That'll begin here after the conclusion of this game. Ball across to Walker. Walker to Gwen. Sadie Pearman jumping in that lane and smacking that ball down. Good work, quick feet, smart hands. Darby Oaks comes checking in. She's in for Olivia Walker. And the Bears will watch the Warriors throw it in. Under the goal. She gives it in. Mass tries to knock it out of bounds, and a push called on Mass. It'll be her second. Team fifth, and now you put yourselves in troubled waters. 2 more fouls, and you're putting the Warriors at the free throw line. So you've got to stay clean and clear. Out to Howard. Shot for 3 is up and complete. Darby Oaks gives it into Mask. Mask over the center line. 5:50 to go here. Mask is working it out to the left side. She steps it back. Gives across to Ferris at the top of the key. Ferris comes over. She works through a little pile. Ball's going to be knocked loose. Sadie Pearman picks it up. Travel called on Pearman. She had the ball spinning around. Coach Wood wanted a push called. Olivia Walker going to be checking in. And Walker's checking in for Darby Oaks. Mass trying to work off a steal. Green keeps it in control. Out to Howard. Howard for 3. Basket's no good. Rebound made by Stewart. She gives it back out to Howard. Out to the top of the key. Cross to Green. Green to Walker. Walker back out. Howard again for 3. Basket no good. And a foul called on number 25, Kennedy Walker, for a push. And that'll be the Lady Warriors' 4th, Walker's 1st, and the Bears step out to throw it in. Mask gives it into Ferris and back over to Mask. Mask over the center line. The pass to Jessica Hughes. Hughes out to Sadie Perriman at the top of the key. Inside to Ferris. She goes up to the basket. It's blocked. Out to Mask. Shot for three. Buckets. She grabs it for three. And the Bears move ahead by 2. Ball out to Green. Green with a long ball out to Walker. Walker to Gwen. Shots up and good. You've got to make sure you're keeping a lady down on the paint. Gwen's got to stay away from the basket. Tied up at 38. 4:43 to go in the fourth. Ball into Perriman. Perriman out to the left side. She's trying to get it off. She finds Ferris. And a timeout will be called by Coach Wood. He's got to work his offense together. Lady Bears, you have to continue to play smoothly. And they've got to play with a lot of control. 38 all. If we were playing tennis, that's how you'd say it. We're tied at 38, 4:34 to go in the fourth. Here in the Bears Den. This is County Tournament semifinals. Lady Bears and Lady Warriors. Ball over to Hughes. Hughes out to Mask. Mask got it at the top of the key. She pulls it out. Trying to work it down the right side. Anna Green giving her a little fit there. Jessica Hughes goes up for the basket. It's no good. A rebound called. And a foul given to number 11, Olivia Walker, for a hold. Walker trying to work off the steal. She tries to get it on the inbound. The Warriors keep it. Down the floor they go into the paint. Basket's up, no good. A rebound by Emmy Ferris. Back over to Ella Mask. 4 minutes to go. Mask over the center line. She's looking out towards the left. Back over to the right side. She breaks away. Anna Green giving her work for her money. Mask takes it up off the basket. Shots up and good, but a travel called on Mask. And that shot's going to be null and void. Howard away to Stewart, and the Warriors move it down the floor. Over to Gwen. Gwen back out to Howard, and there to Stewart, across to Walker. Green for three, basket's good. And the Bears now need a solid response. Ball to Ella Mask. Mask over the center line, out to Emmy Ferris. Ferris to Walker at the top of the key. Gives away to Sadie Perriman over on the left wing. Perriman drives the baseline. She goes up, and a foul called on the shot. She's headed to the free throw line. Sadie Perriman reaches the line, only the second Lady Bear to take shots tonight. Fouls on number 25, Kennedy Walker. First shot's up and good by Perriman. Second shot's up and good. 1 point ball game, 41-40. Warriors with the slight advantage. In comes Emma Waddell. She's in for Walker. Stewart over to Howard. Howard picks it up. Takes over to the top of the key. Howard moves it over to Gwen. Gwen outside the wing. Looking to throw it around. She finds Stewart. Stewart across to Howard at the top of the key. Out to the left side. Breaks down from the window. Cuts it out to Gwen. The basket's good for three. Gwen just outranks any Lady Bear under the paint. She stands at least 6 inches taller than our tallest player. Ball to Ferris. Ferris out to Mask. Pulls in off the right elbow. Tries to drive it down the goal. She goes up on the basket. It's no good. And Anna Green's going to pull that one down for the Warriors. They'll grab the rebound with 2:20 to go and a 3-point lead. Ball away to Stewart. Stewart from the left elbow. Cross to Howard. Ball's on the ground. It's picked back up by Stewart. Sadie Perriman's doing her best to tip it away. And that's going to be foul number 7 for the Lady Bears. Number 24, Sadie Perriman. And that will be the 1-1. However, the Lady Warriors did call a timeout. And that will bring us to 2 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the ball game. The Bears trail by 3 points. And now the Lady Warriors are at the free throw line for the bonus. Number 4, Shadariana Stewart at the free throw line. Basket's up and good. She'll stay to shoot one more. Second basket up, no good. Rebound by Gwen. The Warriors keep it. Out to the top of the key, across to Howard. Howard to Green, around to Walker. Back out to Stewart. She almost loses it out of bounds. Mass tries to tip it up in the air. Howard pulls it back. Looks over. Gives it away. Green's got it on the wing. Pulls it off on the left side. Mass tries to tip it off. Howard grabs it back. Across to Stewart. Stewart back over to Howard. Bears trying to run it down. 1:34 to go. A foul on Ella Mask. That's her third, team 8th. And now the Warriors at the free throw line to shoot in the bonus. Darby Oaks checking in for the Lady Bears. Coming in for Waddell. At the free throw line, number 10, Howard. First shot's up. No good. Off the hand of a Warrior, and the Bears take it. With 1:30 seconds to go, the Lady Bears trail by 4 points here in this county tournament semifinal matchup. Ball under the goal to Oaks. Shots up and good. The Bears have to play the best defense they've played all night if they want to stay in the ball game. And Sadie Perriman picks it up, goes to Mask. Nobody ever called a whistle. Coach Wood had a timeout, but no official ever blew the whistle. So Sadie Perriman thought she got a steal. She passed it to Mask. Mask was about to shoot, but apparently Coach Wood had called a timeout, but none of the officials ever blew their whistle until after the Bears gained the ball. So definitely a confusing moment for the Lady Bears. They thought they had a chance to tie the ball game up, but turns out that there's a little miscommunication with the officiating crew. Warriors will have the ball. Give it over to Howard. Howard down the right side. Bears got to be careful because now they've put the Warriors in the bonus. Out to Anna Green at the top of the key. Across to Stewart. Stewart to Gwen. Gwen around to Howard up top. Over to Green and back around to Howard. She gets it. Goes high. Gives away to Stewart. Over to Gwen, and the basket scores. The Bears now have a 4-point deficit, 46-42. Sadie Perriman under the goal to Ferris. Shots up. No good. She gets her own rebound. Sends it away. Mask for three. Basket's good. Now the Bears need 1 point to tie it. Coach Wood with a timeout. 46-45. That's more than likely his last. 45 seconds to go in the ball game. The Bears need a turnover, and they need some points. (46-45) Corinth with the 1 point lead. 45.1 second remains in the ball game. Ball into Howard, back out to Green, over to Stewart. And a travel call. The Lady Bears are taking it back. We need 1 point. Can we do it? We've got to get it on the inside. Oaks going to be checking in for the Lady Bears. In for Olivia Walker. Jessica Hughes gives it into Mask in the backcourt. Mask pulls it over the center line. Gives it to Oaks. Oaks down the floor, and a double dribble called on Darby Oaks. The Bears have to get the ball back with 32.6 seconds to go. And that's going to be a Lady Warrior timeout. 46-45, the score remains the same. And the Bears have 32.6 seconds to force a turnover and put some points on the board. 1 to tie it, 2 to take the win, 3 to make it exciting. This is exactly the same feeling I had when we played Corinth the last time when we went to Corinth. That game ended in a tie. We went in overtime. And now we're here. A 1 point difference. Of course, we wish the point was on the other side of the scoreboard, but nonetheless, the Bears need the ball and need the point. Anna Green trying to get some direction towards her team. She wants to get the ball in. Five count has started as they look to get the ball. Out to Howard. Howard goes around the left side. Sends it on the goal to Gwen. Shots up. And a travel call. She's not getting those points. The Bears headed back with 26.5 seconds to go. They need to make a basket. Ella Mask trying to give it away. She finds Olivia Walker. She picks it up. Heads over the center line. Goes down the floor and a double dribble called on Walker. Now the Bears have to get it back again. 21.8 seconds. Green trying to give it in. Finds it to Howard. Howard back over to Green. Green over the center line. Out to the top. Ball out of bounds on the Warriors. Bears have it again. This time we've got to score. There's 10 seconds to go. You've got to get to the goal without committing a violation. Jessica Hughes needing to get the ball on the inbound. She gives it to Sadie Pearman. The 10 seconds have started. Sadie Pearman out to the left side. Pass to Mask. Mask with 3 seconds to go. Pearman in the way. Mask goes from deep. And the basket's good! Ella Mask wins the ball game! 48-46. We're headed to the championship ball game. From a three-point basket in contention, falling backwards about 8 foot from behind the key. Ella Mask with the clutch win on the buzzer beater shot. 48-46. And this is the point in the program where I go get a blood pressure pill. Get a good drink of water and a time to break and rest. It's a good thing the boys don't play for a little bit of time. It lets me get my breath back. What a showing by the Lady Bears. They struggled early on trying to get the ball to the location that it needed to be. They were working really hard offensively, but they couldn't get the pass to a point where they could get the ball to the goal. They struggled working on the inside. There's just too much power and too much strength on the inside by Corinth, at least by body and by position. And the Bears, they finally worked them outside. Eventually in the second half, they were able to work out some three-point shots. Mask was shooting on fire. She was killing it from the outside in the second half, and that's definitely where the Bears picked up their opportunity to get themselves on the board, and that's eventually what put them ahead in the second half. They played very strong in the fourth period. They put everything they had out there on the floor, and they'll be playing again tomorrow at 6:30. So right now, Alcorn Central's got 3 teams in the championship game. Let's make it 4. Our Golden Bears about to show out to the Warriors. Let's take a quick look at our stats here before we conclude the Lady Bear broadcast and before we get a new one going for the boys. Taking shots tonight, Olivia Walker is 0 for 1 on 2-point field goals. She also had 1 rebound, 1 assist, a steal, and 1 foul. We again say a very special thank you to Miss Patty for doing our stats tonight in lieu of Riley's absence. Allie Grace Kirkland, number 15. She didn't take a shot tonight. She did have 1 foul. She played some good defense there, getting her hands in the area, so good showing there by number 15, Kirkland. Darby Oaks was 2 for 2 on 2-point field goals. She picked up those 4 points there. Those were her only points tonight, ending the night with a total of 4. She also had 3 fouls and a couple of rebounds. Amy Ferris was 1 for 1 on 2-point field goals, and she was 1 for 2 on 3-point field goals, grabbing a total of 5 points there, 0 for 1 at the free throw line. She also had 1 foul and several rebounds herself, putting herself in a good ball game as well. Number 24, Sadie Pearman, was 1 for 4 as she moved the ball inside the paint. She picked up 1 for 1 outside the key, grabbing a total of 5 points from the field. She had 2 at the free throw line. She was 2 for 2, shooting 100% at the free throw line. She'll finish tonight with a total of 7 points. She had 1 foul, quite a few rebounds, most of those being defensive, and several assists as she would dish the ball away down low and grab those points for the Bears. Number 21, Jessica Hughes, was 1 for 4 on 2-point field goals, grabbing a total of 2 points there. She was 1 for 4 at the free throw line, taking a total of 3 points for the evening. She had 1 foul, several rebounds, took an assist, a couple of steals, and she did have 1 good block right under the goal. Emma Waddell, number 12, never took a shot tonight, but she definitely had her hands in the right place at the right time, knocking down the right balls and getting the Bears an opportunity to keep possession. She walked away with no fouls, which was interesting tonight to see Emma Waddell without a foul. So what a good showing there by number 12, Emma Waddell. Ella Mask was 7 for 13 on 2-point field goals with a total of 14 points there. And she was 6 for 13 on 3-point field goals with a total of 18 points there. She never made it to the free throw line. She will finish tonight with a total of 32 points. Second highest single game scoring that she's had, not only this season, but in her career. She did pick up a season high and career high of 35 earlier in the season. So 32 almost matches her best and accounts for the Lady Bears win tonight, 48-46 on a last-second buzzer beater. Knocked down, fall away, 3-point basket by senior number 2, Ella Mask. This has been Lady Bear basketball right here tonight from the Bears Den. I'm so glad that you have joined us for all of us here at Alcorn Central High School, and on behalf of the Lady Bear basketball team, we will wish that you stick around for Golden Bear basketball. We'll have that going live in about 5.5 minutes. We've got 3 teams in the championship. Let's make it 4. Here we go. I'm out. Bear broadcaster John Mask. We'll be right back.